And welcome back to Conformity Antidote. And we are your hosts and spiritual guides on this journey. I am Cuss.
And I am Tech C. Welcome aboard
You
a magic carpet ride.
You notice how the chimes played when you were announced?
I like that.
Mine was more like a... All right. Well, welcome.
Welcome, everybody.
Oh, it's my pen.
Welcome.
Welcome. All right. So, real quick, like I said I was before, I'm going to apologize for last week. And if there's anybody that's still left over from last week as far as the other person's fans or whatever, you know what you're going to hear from me is just straight up how I feel about it. And this bottom line is this: if you're going to ask to come on our show, okay, you, number one, all right, you need to find out what the damn title of the show is, and you sure as hell better know the host names. So when I had that person ask me to be on the show, I went and researched, had a interview already for him and all that, and was ready to go. And then, yeah, now granted, we had technical difficulties,
right? But
that's irrelevant. That still didn't define what was going on with the rest of the show, and it went the way it went, and I don't know. I think it's bullshit. So, so we're not doing that anymore. All right. You want to be on the show? You better bring it, and you better come to be on the show, and not just we're going to do you a favor and everything else. That's not how we work. It's a little thing called disrespect, my friend. So anyway, enough of that. And I think we're on. Are we? Are we on? I don't even know if we're on. You know what? I don't really care.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh.
So,
well, yeah. This week was a little bit weird.
It was weird. So,
but
anyway.
I didn't listen to the show, but I know we discussed after we went off the air, and
I did, and was not happy. But anyway, it is what it is.
Let's let bygones be bygones.
We are, and we're gonna move on.
It's water under the bridge.
Yeah,
or over the bridge.
It's like
with all the rain,
like sewage water, but it's still water. Okay, so just real quick, just to mention, and our merchandise store is doing quite well. But just to mention, we do have the card magnet. Whoops, this way.
Skywalker there.
Yeah. So we do have the card magnet. We still have some of those in stock. We have the mug. That's still in stock. And we have our t-shirts. Here's the front. Now the writing's a little bit smaller, but that's okay. It's still done. And then the back. And
look.
Oops. And there we go.
And
wasn't that nice, isn't it?
And it feels so soft. Look.
It does feel soft.
It's soft, nice and soft against the skin.
And
I got one on similar, and I'm like naked underneath here, and it feels really nice.
Okay,
it's
that's
smooth.
creepy. Get off there. All right. All right. So we still have t-shirts for sale.
Yes,
and go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, it's getting close. If you want them in time for the holidays, as a matter of fact, I think it has to be the post office has.
Yeah, you guys better get it in the next, I'd say, day or two.
Like now.
Yeah.
Really. So
yeah, next day or two, or else somebody on your list is going to be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all I say.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Here.
You know what? We should grab a couple of these mugs ourselves.
I know.
And just
fill it up,
because I always drink something, but I could drink it out of the mug.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what they do on all the big shows.
They do.
They have their own. They have their little coffee mug. Like Letterman, Carson. Leno. Yeah,
like Carson Daly.
Oh no, we're going old school. Johnny Carson.
Oh,
we're going old school, not Carson. Carson Daly.
That's what I was going to say.
What is this? TRL?
No, but he's got his own show and he sucks.
I know.
If anybody's ever seen him on, what is it, The Voice, which I don't watch that crap show anymore, but The Voice, it's like a wet sock. The dude's horrible. Anyway, moving on. So I think that's it for our reminders. Yes. And I think now
our blatant selling of product.
Yeah, we're sellouts.
Yes.
So now I think it is time for current events.
Oh, we didn't do our little. That's what it threw me off. We didn't do our little gong and.
I announced. Okay.
No. I know.
I announced current events.
It's my fault.
Oh my gosh.
I know it's my fault.
Dude,
don't mess me up.
It's the one piece of the show that you're responsible for. Oh my gosh.
He's gonna beat me later.
I ain't gonna beat you later.
All right. What time is it?
About 10 after 7.
No, I'm not.
I know. It's.
Sneakwa.
Lord help me.
Oh, it's time for current events. We're off. We're a little off.
Oh. One part.
I know, isn't it terrible?
You're like,
I got like one thing to do.
Hey,
it's just like
I go current events. You go. Oh, we forgot to do our thing.
I'm telling you, there was something in our lunch. It threw me off.
All right, I know something. Woo.
It was good though.
That was good. All right, so starting off, we're going to France.
France, oui,
France.
Vive la France.
Vive la France. Okay. So apparently, unless people are living under a rock, they don't understand or they haven't seen what's going on over in Paris.
Is that gay Paris?
Well, I don't know if it's gay, but
they're
they're not too gay. They're pretty pissed off right now.
I bet they are.
So if anybody doesn't understand what's going on, let me explain to you. All right, so over in France, you got Macron.
Yeah. What it was? Macron. Okay. Macron. I thought it was like a pastry.
That's a macaroon.
Yeah. That's why I keep getting confused.
Yeah. So he is. What is he? What does Paris have? Like, is president?
I think he's president. I don't know.
He's president. I don't even know what the hell he is.
He runs France. Let's put it that way.
Let's put that way.
He's like our equivalent. Trump's like equivalent.
Yes. So the reason why people are pissed off, and they call these people the yellow vests. All right. So if you're walking around in Paris, you're supposed to wear a yellow vest. Well, the reason why they're wearing the yellow vest is for solidarity with each other. Now, the reason they're pissed off and protesting over there is because Macron, he championed what is called an eco tax. All right, and the eco tax is to discourage people to drive. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be the whole climate change thing, and it's supposed to encourage people to like ride bikes. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Take trains and this, that, and the other. Okay. Well, right off the bat, French is like them in Italy is probably the most bike riding people on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he's just taking a little too far. So what he's doing? So the eco tax. So what he's put on there is for diesel fuel in France, it raises by 24 cents a gallon, and regular gasoline by 12 cents a gallon, and that's going to take part in January, or that's when it's going to
go into effect.
So if you think of, say, French business, say, owners, whatever, that do deliveries or even ship cargo around there, 24 cents a gallon, a tax, that's pretty freaking big when you think
that's crazy.
Like, you think of yearly, what their yearly transportation costs are, and now you're going to jack 24 cents a gallon on top of that.
Well, the big thing too, real quick, with diesel is they made that pact. I think the European Union made that pact by sometime in 2020 something, that there are no more diesel cars. They're doing away with diesel gasoline altogether. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but because I've been over to Europe, and I know they have a crap load of vehicles over there that run on diesel. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But 24 cents again, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a little nuts.
Well, and on top of what you have in the next line too.
Yeah. So, and somebody say, 24 cents. That's quite a bit, but okay, well, that doesn't necessarily break the bank. Well, their fuel prices are already through the roof. So right now, roughly in American dollars, they're paying $6.57 a gallon.
That is
$6.57. Now you're going to add another 24 cents or so on top of that. Shoot, you're getting anywhere close to $7 a gallon. What the frick? All right. So the French are pissed off. They're like, dude, look, okay. We're all about, which I think people in the U.S. are kind of the same way. We're like, look, okay, do I necessarily buy into the whole climate change thing? No. Is there things that we could probably do better in this country for the economy? I mean, what did I say? The economy.
Economy for the environment.
Environment. Yeah, we could do something. So I have no problem implementing anything. Here's the problem: is when you start getting stupid and you start implementing crap that is a huge burden on the people, say for this, for the French people, 24 cents a gallon, that's ridiculous. Or if you want to try to implement green energy, which until you can make that affordable, because they said the way we're creating or manufacturing energy now, whether it be coal or hydro, whatever, I think it's around, I forget what they call it. It was said was anywhere from 15 to 20 cents a kilowatt hour to produce. Green energy, solar panels and or windmills, it is over $2 a kilowatt hour. So you talk 15 to 20 cents as opposed to a couple dollars. Dude, people can't take that hit. So that's why the French people are pissed off, and that's why they're protesting. Because look, these business people, they're not going to be able to stay in business with that big of a hit. All right, they're already paying $6, and so they interviewed one of the French citizens, and is like, look, not everybody lives smack dab in the middle of the freaking city. Because I live on a mountain. On the side of the mountain, there's no bus or train that takes us anywhere, and we have to have a car. So again, you got a globalist liberal government trying to make decisions for its people, which obviously he doesn't take anything into consideration of what his people are going through or dealing with. So I believe we were dealing with that during the previous administration. Stupid son of a bitch. All right, why is my thing on?
What's wrong with your thing?
It's my thing. My thing's all off. All right, there we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Testing.
All right. So we can feel. So we have people on Twitter that tweet us all kind of updates and stuff with what's going on in France and this and the other. Okay. So one of the cool things that I really like. So I stand behind the people. It's like, look, dude, I don't mind. They don't mind. Looking into something for climate or to make the environment better, but when you just cut us off at the freaking knees, it's bullcrap. All right. So one of the things that I do like that they're doing, which is it's kind of funny. So what is this? This is a big tractor with a manure spreader. So French farmers, because obviously the French farmers use diesel in their tractors and probably all their farm equipment. So now you're telling them, okay, I'm going to add 24 cents on to every gallon. So I mean, just plowing their fields, however much fuel they use, it's like, oh, that's another probably another couple $100 just to plow, and then the harvest, that's another. So it takes their profit down to who knows what, and they're probably struggling as it is. So what these French farmers did is as a little protest, they brought the manure spreaders and they started spreading manure all over the city.
Now that no, well, in certain parts of the city, not that you could really tell a difference.
Oh,
with the smell, and that, no offense to our French friends that are listening to our show, but I've been to. I know. Some people don't really smell very pleasant, and areas smell very pleasant.
So what I couldn't find a picture of is they actually took these tractors smack dab downtown, and they sprayed manure on the whatever their government building is down there, where they have their government that does the sessions to make laws and stuff. They hit the spreader on that bad boy, and it went up to like even the second story.
Nice. It's like somebody's like open their window. Oh, it's a little stuffy in my office. So let me open up the window a little bit and get some fresh air. Smells like my wife.
Oh, mon chéri. This smell like a Pepe Le Pew.
Pew, what is she doing down here? And you know what? I can joke around about this just real quick. I told Cuz a while ago I was in Edinburgh, and we were in Edinburgh Castle, and it was a bunch of little French kids. It was a field trip there. And they're running all around, running amok.
Edinburgh where?
Edinburgh Castle.
Which is in where?
London.
All right.
In Edinburgh.
Well,
Edinburgh Castle.
I'm just explaining for people. They might think, I don't know, maybe
it's
that's
Edinburgh
something
Castle.
in Montana.
No, it's Edinburgh, Scotland. It's not Edinburgh, Mississippi. It's Edinburgh, Scotland.
Because you said London.
Well, I was actually joking, but I better not. It's not Edinburgh, Scotland.
People may not know where Edinburgh.
I know.
I mean, they may not know you're actually talking about Edinburgh.
It's up north.
Okay.
Of London. So anyway, there was a bunch of little French kids running amok, and there was this one room that they went into, and they were explaining like different things going on, and they had this clown, and this guy, and all these little kids are standing there.
This is a real clown.
Yeah, well, the guy was dressed up like. Yeah, he was.
I thought you meant
wasn't
like
me.
This dumbass.
No, it's a guy dressed up as a clown in clown face. And he was like looking at these little kids because they couldn't understand a lick of English. And he's looking at me. He's like, "You stink." And they did. That room smelled like ass. That whole room smelled like ass. And the guy in the clown's like sitting there going, "P.U. You stink." And he's pointing at these little kids, and he's like, "You stink, you." And we're of course we're in the back. And we just busted up laughing. It was just the funniest thing.
So are French kids known for stinking? I don't know.
I know. They probably don't bathe, just like typical kids. They're I'm not going to take a bath.
I don't. My kids don't. Well, when they were little, they didn't stink.
Well, I don't know. I guess these. Maybe it's that. They over in Paris they have the toilet water, and they might literally take that literally. Go put some toilet water on.
Ooh, taking a bath.
My mom told me to put some toilet water. No, not that kind of toilet water, you silly fat cow. So
that's funny.
So they probably don't know. That's like Venice. Everybody's like wants to go to Venice because it's so romantic. It's the city that has the water and stuff like that. You know what it is? It's one big toilet. If you go down the side little canals or whatever, and there's water. Oh look, honey, that's just so romantic. Look at the water coming out of the walls, honey. That's poop. Somebody just flushed the toilet, and it's it's coming right.
Look at what did the gondola ride? Solo so mio, no, no.
Oh, ma chérie, will you marry me?
Dude, just think about if they had their people downtown he's on his knee and he's like, oh, ma chérie, would you marry me? And then the manure spreader oh, ma chérie, this will be something you will remember for all of your life.
Covered with shit. Oh, that's classic.
Oh my gosh.
All right. This is my Avi, I would not be surprised. It's amazing. I liken this along to this whole thing where everybody's trying to get us to eat organic, and stuff like that. It's like, I have no problem with that. But when you jack the price up to organic products, you poorer people are not going to be able to afford organically grown vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. But when you want to charge like $2 for or $5 for an apple, oh, this apple was organically grown in a nice little, fertile field or whatever, and it's $5 for an apple. When I can get a bag of regular apples right down from the orchard for like $3.
And so, especially that those apples look better, because usually the organic ones look all jacked.
Yeah. So, okay, I'll take a little pesticide. We've been eating pesticides our whole life.
Ain't nothing wrong with us.
Yeah. But going back to the climate thing, you know what? It's kind of maybe off of the topic a little bit, but it's kind of with the whole climate change thing. And I kind of agree with you, because I do believe in climate change myself. But, however, yeah, I know. However,
so you believe in man-made?
This is part of it. It's sick. It's both. It's both Mother Nature and it's man-made. But what really gets under my skin is when I see these people stand up in the UN and they're talking about, or the United States, and they're like, you've got to do more to control climate change. But yet, I'm going to tell you right now, you pull up a picture of what's going on over in China, what's going on over in India. They're throwing their trash in the ocean. They're talking about this humongous island of plastic that's in the Pacific Ocean because it's being dumped in the ocean, Indian Ocean in India, and it's working its way in the Pacific Ocean, and nobody says two shits to them. Nobody says two shits to the Chinese who are polluting the air. They have no environmental controls on their factories whatsoever, and they're over there making iPhones, catching people that are jumping out in their buildings in nets, thanks to Oprah, and polluting the environment, and nobody says two shits to them, but yet they want us. I mean, how much we do a lot already here in the States, and I think they do.
And our emission controls are 10 times more or better than anybody else.
They do a crap load already in Europe. Europe is like, especially Germany. Germany is like the green. I mean, they're eco-friendly green. So I don't want to hear it. You need to start going after. All right, I know there are poor countries. There's nothing that they can do about bullshit. There is something they can do about it. They can put shit on their factories and stuff like that. And hey, put trash cans up and tell them throwing their shit in the fuck. Oh, I said it. Ocean. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think you said plenty.
I know. I'm sorry. I think I did too. I'll get off my soapbox now. And we like our listeners over there in China and India, but put your stuff in the trash. Well, the people that are watching this show do put their stuff in the trash. They know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
And we have them scabs here in the United States. You driving down the road in the highway, and you see them throwing their trash out the window. I wish I had a 2. Bam! Exactly. Except have a grenade launcher. Boom! I'll take care of that problem. And it's one less car on the road, so that's one less problem for the environment.
Yeah, but did you cause like a car fire? And
that's all right.
Smoke goes away.
That's just temporary.
Yeah. All right.
So
now let's move on to your friend and mine. Hold on. Here he comes. Here he comes to save the day.
It's
we gotta get the manure back here. Manure back. Well, you can put him in the same frame as the manure,
right?
Dumbass. All right. So,
are we still there?
Still where?
On the okay? Because I'm looking here. It just looks like all you can see is burning. It's like we left.
Oh yeah, we did.
We got invisible.
My bad. There we are.
Bernie took over the whole show. Has he?
You know what? It never ceases to amaze me how many technical difficulties. That was error. That was my error. But
I know between technical difficulties and
especially regardless of what happened last show. If you saw last show,
oh my gosh!
So we did figure out what it was. Just for your information. So when we did the Skype, that was the 4th stream that we were actually streaming, and my computer just can't handle it. So I went back and looked at the stuff. So the other stuff was choppy.
Was it? Yeah, it wore the little thing down.
We did. We just can't. We don't have.
It was information overload.
That's right. We don't have the budget to have some nice big ass server we can
not yet
stream through.
Not yet. It's coming.
And we're also going to need somebody to run the damn thing.
Yes. We're gonna actually. My idea is I'm gonna get a hold of the college. I go to college myself, and I think I'm gonna go to the college and try and get us an intern, and make it seem like it's gonna be a job for a big company, and it's like that episode of Seinfeld.
Kramer had the assistant.
Kramerica. Mr. Kramer. I don't think this is a real company. Oh yeah. So I think I can fool them because this is real. This is legit.
Hell yeah.
We've been on now for over a year almost a year for Pete's sake. So I think I can get us an intern. I'm going to work on that.
Yes. And since you brought it up just real quick, I know we said last week that we were going to do the anniversary show today.
That's why nobody's watching tonight.
Oh no.
They think they're like, "Oh my god, I don't want to do that anniversary show."
Oh, you got to watch the anniversary show.
I know.
It's going to be funny as hell.
Yes.
So anyway, we're going to do that the weekend after Christmas, because that's our actual anniversary, and plus we, like I said, we want to do just a regular show today. Next week will be our Christmas show.
Yes, our first ever.
We probably should have done the Rudolph story and all that then.
Well, we'll talk. We'll bring it up, but it's gonna be the Christmas show is gonna be a little bit more lighthearted. But one thing we will talk about on the Christmas show. I really shouldn't go. It's cold outside. What's in this drink? All those controversies surrounding that song.
Oh, just yeah.
Even though I personally think we're going to talk about this more next week, but I personally think I'm like, why is this even a Christmas song? It's about a guy trying to convince his girl to stay with him for a little while longer. What the hell does that have to do with Christmas?
All I gotta do is shut the barnyard gate.
Shut the barnyard gate. Oh, Baron.
Okay.
All right.
Let's move on to Bernie.
Yes. Yeah, Bernie's been up there for a little while. He's getting angry. Look at him.
How could you tell?
I love Bernie.
Oh, I hate Bernie.
He's nuts. I like him.
He is nuts. You know what? He might be our. Well, anyway, we'll see when we go for 2020, and we'll see if we got Bernie going. Hillary's talking about running. There's a bunch. Kamala Harris talking about running.
I hope they do.
It'll be a shit show and side circus. It'll be. I'm gonna get me a bucket of popcorn and I'm gonna watch this thing because Oh, it's going to be hilarious.
I just read something, but before we get into the story about Bernie, I just read something where he said that he's not even sure if he's running yet. He said
Bernie?
Yeah, he said he's going to. I guess he's going to see if it's worth his while or whatever, because he's, it just.
You ought to see if you're still alive, you old bastard.
Well, that's that's another thing too. All these young socialists that are following your girl, Ocasio-Cortez, whatever.
Oh, dumbass.
Yeah. So they want.
I got something for her.
I know. I like that. That's a new sound effect. We just introduced our new sound effect.
That's right.
That. But all these young socialists are getting sick and tired. I was reading this thing where they're getting sick and tired of all these old fossils running in the Democratic Party. They're out of touch with us, man.
You mean they're tired of old people being on Facebook?
Yeah. Well, exactly.
So you got to move to Instagram.
Yeah, they're moving to Instagram.
Let me tell you people something. You young people, no matter what you do, us old people will find out and invade it.
Yes. Invade it. And get you there, and I know y'all come up with something else, and that's cool. It happened with us. We did the same thing.
Yeah, and we'll eventually find out about it. Like, I want to follow my little girl on this new platform, and then all of a sudden we're taking it over.
Yes.
So you can run, but you can't hide.
That is true. So
yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, especially because again. It's going to come down to whether or not these people are serious about the issues and about the information that's going out, or is it just like a popularity contest? Because if you've ever listened to... Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she's dumb as a bag of hammers. She has no idea how She has no idea how anything works. Anything. Look at you go pull any, and I mean any interview that anybody's ever done with her, ask her a question. She does not understand how anything works.
No.
So is it going to be about whether or not they're going to worry about the issues and the information that's put out, or is it going to be a popularity or some trend? And let me tell you something now. If you go on the latter part and it's like a trend of this and the other, and you have these dumb sons of bitches running your party, whoo, you guys are going to be in a world of shit. I'm going to tell you that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go with Bernie.
So speaking of Bernie, and this is exactly some of the stuff with this dude I'm talking about. Now, obviously, you've heard Bernie talking about, the environment and this and the other, and he's all about, the socialist values and blah, blah, blah. So apparently, Mr. Sanders, on air travel back in October, when they were doing all the campaigning and stuff for the midterms, Mr. Sanders spent $300,000 in 1 month on a private jet to just zoom around so he could do campaigning for the midterms. Now Bernie, you could have took a commercial flight, which would have saved, the environment with all the emissions, but you took a private jet quite a few times. I think like a charter is anywhere, depending on how far you had to go, anywhere from like $10,000 to $20,000. Mr. Sanders spent $300,000 on private jet charters. Does that sound like socialism to you? Now, does everybody get that? No. I'm sure everybody can take. No. Everybody has money to spend $10,000, $20,000 taking private jet.
No. Everybody else needs. We're watching the environment. You and I, we need to ride coach. I can't ride coach because I'm popular. I'm in fear for my life, so I have to ride my own jet. And with all the other Hollywood elitists that because they pretend and make movies think they know everything about politics and that we should follow everything that comes out of their mouth, including musicians, they're exempt too.
Yes.
They can fly private planes.
That's correct.
They can ride in limos that are made out of SUVs, which they got to pull over and get filled up with gas every 10 miles. Mm-hmm. That's okay because we're celebrities, we're stars. But if all you peons, do what you're told, then the environment will be fine, and we can still stay up here and screw it up.
Yeah.
While you are, so it's like there again, you've got the tier. You've got that top tier of liberal quote unquote liberal socialists who the rules don't apply to them because they're like, we're rich. We make our own rules. Even though we're not the 1%.
We're here for you people.
Right. Bullshit. Mm-hmm. And they expect us, the poor families in Appalachia and stuff like that, oh, you can't burn coal anymore. It's bad for the environment. So no more burning coal. And if I come back in my stretch limousine again after I land my private plane and find out you're still using coal, I'm going to come over and smack you upside the face.
Shut it down.
That's like Al Gore. When Al Gore did his big thing, he was doing this whole big environmental push. And I don't have a problem with it. But when they're like looking at Al Gore's mansion and he's got like 10 heat pumps running his house, and all these SUVs in his driveway, and not one of them was like what do they call them? Where it's a hybrid.
Yeah,
they were all like diesel or just regular gas, SUVs. Hey Al, how about?
Hello, I'm looking for Mr. Hypocrite.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. So Bernie, Bernie's
disappointed. They're shit.
I'm disappointed because because Bernie I always thought was practicing what he preached, and this just
what world have you lived in?
I don't know.
Not only does he practice what he preaches, but his wife just got off from embezzlement, even though she did it. But she was like, oh, we just did that. So, you know what? They're all hypocrite bullshit. If you're not willing to work for the common man, and believe me, ask Venezuela. Go ask Venezuela. You think, what's his name?
Asshat.
I can't remember his name.
The guy that died or the guy that's running it now?
The guy that's running it now. You think he's suffering?
No.
Hell no. He's living high on the hog. Well, his people they're starving. They are literally starved to death. So
it reminds me of another country similar, let be called North Korea, where the military elite and the leader they're getting this nice table of food or whatever like that, and you got a family that works and they have enough. They're getting like 5 little grains of rice to eat for dinner.
Hey, cut that in half.
It works. Communism and socialism.
Yeah, it works. It's a bunch
because you still got people in charge running it that are trying to rake in all the money. That's all it boils down to, is they want the money to themselves.
Yep. And so, to finish off with this, Mr. Sanders, during the 2016 presidential election, guess what? Mr. Sanders spent $5.2 million on private jet services during a 6-month period between 2015 and 16. $5.2 million.
That's crazy.
Practice what you preach, you old bag of shit,
Well, look at look at old
asshole
Ocasio Vasquez or whatever her name is.
Ocasio-Cortez.
Well, that thing, Mrs. If she wants to practice what she preaches, we brought the story up. What was it, last week or the week before? About, I can't afford to stay here in a place in D.C. Why don't you shack up with somebody? Why do you have to stay in a certain area? Why don't you go to Ward 8 in D.C.
With the
common people, you dumb bitch? Because she knows, I can't hang out with you people. I'm representing you, but I'm not going to hang out with you. I can't do that. You people are dirty and unemployed and are on drugs. I got you something, you...
Fight!
What are you doing?
I'm so angry right now.
Oh, so he.
Fight.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
What does that mean?
It was not you. That was.
I know you're being dinged.
We not
Time.
Yeah, we're ding, 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 ding. All right. So moving on from this colossal failure named Bernie Sanders, who does not practice what he preaches.
None of them.
And let me just leave. Like I said, let me just leave you with that same thing. He wants to talk about the environment, this, that, and the other. Presidential election in 2016 spent $5.2 million. That's just on the jet charter service. That has nothing. That we didn't even get into the issue with his vehicle services and everything else. Don't know how much he spent on that crap. And then of course, oh look, it's Miss Jocelyn. Ooh, I love Miss Jocelyn.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
that's Miss Beth's mother.
Oh.
Yes. So be respectful.
Yes, always.
And so Bernie also, like we said before, the month of last October during the midterms spent $300,000 in jet charter services in 1 month. Good job, Bernie.
So we'll see. Well, I'll be like you said though. I'll be curious to see. I love it when, especially that you're going to have the Democratic primary. You know who they're going to put up for president. Watch them go after each other and see if they bring this sort of stuff up. Well, I mean, it's just like the Republicans did or whatever. But now the shoe's on the other foot. And see if anybody points out this stuff. It's like, hey, you know, you're wanting all this, and you just flew over here in your private jet. You know,
dude, I'm loving this because I'm telling you, all this crap is going to come out. They're going to expose each other. See, the whole thing. Nice, I'm on my soapbox.
Okay, it's all right.
The whole big thing is it's always been that the Democrats are always, you know, connected. They watch each other's back and this, that, and the other.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No,
the claws are going to come out, and they're going to. And all the dirt's going to come out, and they're going to be banging on each other left and right about what they're doing and this, that, and the other. I'm telling you, it's going to be a crap
it's already
show.
it's already the calls are already out. Just like what's funny is a couple years ago or a year or so ago, they're making fun and laughing at the Republicans because the Republicans sort of kind of split apart a little bit from the old school Republicans to this newer thing of Republicans. Well, guess what? The same thing's happening in the Democratic Party right now. You have the old school Democrats, and you have these young socialist liberal Democrats who want to split from the party. Basically, they want to go to socialist values and a socialist system, and the older Democrats are like, oh, we can't do that. Yeah, the establishment. So the same thing's happening to them after they just got done making it fun of the Republicans. So now the tables turn. It's time for them to kind of sit back and watch them go at each other. So
what?
Sauce for the goose,
what they
as
say
the old
about,
saying.
What they say about karma?
Karma is a biatch.
That's right. So Democrats are getting some of their own medicine. And oh, by the way, I think there's more fractures in the Democrat crust, if you will. I think it's a house of cards. You watch, everybody's going to attack each other, and it's going to come down. So, all right, enough of this colossal failure. Get off of here, you old fart. Go talk to your wife about all that money she stole. Anyway. Now let's get. That's it. That's it for a special event.
Special
Olympics.
That's it for current events.
That's not it.
No, not for current events. I just wanted to bang the gong.
No, remember we said going from current events into the topics.
Oh.
And that was your idea.
I'm so lost.
I think that wig is on
so
just a little bit too tight.
It's not a wig, as far as you know.
Oh.
They don't know that.
Well, okay.
I don't have any hair.
You went from... Anyway.
I'm going to get my Dolly Parton wig due.
You got your weave done over the weekend. All right.
I want to be like that, old... who was that one actress or whatever? She had a new wig like every other day. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put on a new one, like be here long, have a little blonde, have a little red head, have a little curls, a little afro. Never mind. Let's move on.
Here we go. Arr. So,
speaking of flakes, who you are looking at?
Amanda Sparrow Large. All right, now you might. She's 46. Not that that matters, but you're probably saying, why is she being a main topic, and being discussed on this show? Well,
yes.
It's funny you asked that because I heard him ask that.
Yes, I did too.
Well,
I asked that too.
Yes, she is. She's from Ireland for one. Not that makes it. I'm just saying.
Oh, there's a lot of booze going on in Ireland.
She first appeared in Spotlight when she legally, married an 18th century Haitian pirate by a shaman priest earlier this year. Yes, that's what I said. She married an 18th century pirate. Ghost. So, she's freaking nuts. Okay? So, first of all, first you got a shaman priest to marry him. Whatever. So, the shaman priest was like,
right,
money in the pocket. Money in the pocket. All right. So, I was looking for, here we go.
Do it.
What was that?
And the reason she married this pirate is because they were having relations. She was having relations with a spirit and decided that the right thing to do was get married. And she so So this is. She's a dumbass. So apparently, yeah, she's that. So the 46-year-old Miss Amanda Large was tired of physical world men and had just revealed that things didn't work out. So what she did is she started having she supposedly conjured the spirit of this 18th century Haitian pirate. Now, if you listen, I said her name was Amanda Sparrow Large. Excuse me. What does Sparrow remind you of?
That would be Captain Jack Sparrow.
That it would. That's who she married.
Captain Johnny Japs.
Okay. So she married Captain Jack Sparrow, which, according to her, is a real pirate. Okay, and whatever. So she started conjuring him or whatever. Started talking to him, and then they started into a sexual relationship.
I'm going to touch on that here in a minute.
I bet you are. And so finally they said that, the best thing for us to do is for us to get married. So the pair got married off a boat off the Irish coast in international waters, according to the Irish Sun. Okay, so I bet she had a hell of a time getting that ring on his finger. Blink, blink. Hold on to it, you asshole.
I can't see it. I can't see where your finger's at. Hey, but
okay, I'm ready for mine. Put it on.
Oh, well, honey, you know where my fingers are at every night when we're in bed. Too soon. Too much. Go ahead. Sorry.
That wasn't even an innuendo. That was.
I'm just going off of what this fruit bat
And where do you see anywhere where it says?
No, but she said she had sexual relations with him.
Yeah, and so we left it at that, and everybody's imagination.
I just kind of spelled it out a little bit.
I have Mrs. Beth's mother.
I know. I'm sorry. That's like if my mother was watching.
You know what? I'm gonna tell your mother.
I told my mama.
I apologize. That is terrible.
You know what she could have done? You know what she could have done? Okay, let's go change, because I probably will go back in the gutter here in a little bit. But what they could have done, I would have required, if I was the shaman, I would have been like, we need some sort of physical presence. So I wonder if she would have dug up his body, like in a grave or whatever.
Yeah, where the hell would she find him at?
I know, exactly.
She'd have an old bag of bones standing up next to her.
Sticking a ring on a skeleton finger parent.
Then the finger falls off. So she said, all I want to say is you got to be very careful in dabbling in spirituality. It's not something to mess with. Did she say dabbling or diddling?
Oh, wait a minute. Well,
I said I did not.
What is a diddle though? When you diddle,
I'll leave it up to your imagination.
Dabble or dibble.
It's a dabble. So I leave it up to imagination instead of talking straight up into.
I know.
No, we don't need to repeat it.
You can rewind the
show. Miss Whack Job. Good job, Miss Vivian. She calls her Whack Job. She spent almost $7,000 to change her name legally to Amanda Sparrow Large, and she actually went and worked as an impersonator of Pirates of the Caribbean Jack Sparrow. So I don't have a picture of her, but she went and got the gold teeth. She got the braids. Excuse me, and she even got like the sparrow tattoo. Some of the tattoos that he had on him, she got done on herself. And so she goes, previously I gushed about the proposal because Jack proposed to me, and I told him I really wasn't cool with that, just having casual sex with a spirit. And I wanted us to make a proper commitment to each other.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Jackass! What an idiot! Oh, and so the reason why we're bringing this up now, because this was earlier in the year, the reason why we're bringing it up now, they're no longer together.
Yes, she got the divorce.
She got a divorce from him.
They came through. Now she's free to sleep with other ghosts in spirit.
She is, and I think it's sad that this marriage didn't work out.
I know.
I mean, it's.
I think she was in it for the money myself. She was looking for the gold doubloons.
She's looking for gold. Then she would have been cursed.
I know. She was looking for. She wanted a little piece of Davy Jones's locker.
Davy Jones's locker.
And if I would have. You know what? I would have taken her out in a boat in the middle of the Atlantic and showed her to where Davy Jones' locker's at. Oh, look! Look! I think it's right over there. Splash, and then she could have had like a spirit to spirit relationship with Mr. Sparrow.
I come out of me grave to find me a dame. What the hell is that? I'm not marrying that. I didn't come out of my grave to get some heifer. I thought we had me a nice little witch.
Nice little witch. What was that movie?
Yes.
The Entity. I don't know if anybody remembers.
Ooh.
Back in the 80s. It was a movie called The Entity.
Yes.
Where it had Barbara Hershey was the star. And she was actually being raped by a ghost. And it had some of the most... The special effects of that were amazing. I don't know if anybody's seen that. But how does she... Okay... My question is, and I'm going to keep this as clean as possible.
That's preemptive.
I know. Preemptive little.
I got a whole bag. I got a whole bag of with your name on it.
Okay, how does she know she was having sex with him? That's what I want to know.
It was. Oh, you know what? I have an answer for that.
Okay.
She said it was all about the energy.
All right. What if it
all about the energy?
Yeah, I bet it was.
Which means she probably stuck her finger in a light socket.
No, where do I plug this thing in? That's what I was getting to. Everybody, I'd like you to meet Jack Sparrow. Honey, I named mine too. It just doesn't mean I married it.
It was about the energy then.
Oh
but
my
I
God.
wonder if she used green energy.
It could be. That's why she got the divorce. Oh, you use too much. There's too much gas involved in it. There's too.
Methane.
Oh, 300 years. Boy, your bowels stink.
I come out of me grave to find me bride. Oh, what is that? I can't compete with that. Yeah, well, neither can any of us.
You got that right.
Okay.
But in all seriousness,
really,
go back to. I know. You can't be serious.
No kids. Not with Whack Job.
I was watching it. I actually first heard this story watching Channel 5 in the morning. And but it came out that they're like, this isn't unusual. Okay, she's not the first one that's been married to a ghost. There's also people that are married to trees. There's people that are married to plants.
Trees.
And there was actually a woman, and I went to find it. I got little bits. What? Maybe that's a spirit. Maybe he's here. I was like, think a couple things.
Well, you know what? I'm married.
Yeah. And I'm no.
Texas it.
Come see me after the show's over. But anyway,
he's flying around.
But and there was actually a young man who actually married his car, and has also said he has sexual relationships with his vehicle.
I don't even want to know.
No. I was going to look it up, and I was like, I don't want to know. I really don't.
Mm-mm.
This was bad enough with this space. Look at this. How can you compete against that? Can you imagine taking her out on a date? Oh, she's like, well, I was recently just divorced. Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it wasn't working out. He's been dead for over 300 years. Check, please. Check. Actually, I'd leave her with the check.
There you go.
I know. I'd be like, can you excuse me a minute? I have to use the restroom.
I'll be out.
Out the door.
Out the door.
Oh my gosh.
Where do we get them from?
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't your girl, so she's from Ireland, right?
Yes.
Isn't Sinead O'Connor from Ireland?
Yes.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little. There's a little. Guys in Ireland. Guys over in Ireland, we feel sorry for you. No wonder you guys drink all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would too.
I would. This is what you're dealing with. You got Sinead in this rat bag.
I know. Well, look at Sinead. No wonder she's single. And look at this. No wonder she married a ghost. She couldn't. What it boils down to is, why doesn't she just come right out and say it? She couldn't find any other man to marry her. Mm-mm. So I'm gonna marry my. That's like me marry. Yeah, exactly. Oh, wouldn't that be weird if she got pregnant?
Probably come out looking like Chucky or something.
Johnny Depp. It would come back. No, Keith Richards.
Oh. and never changed. Just like a bigger Keith Richards. Boom, boom, boom.
With that wrinkled face.
Oh my gosh.
Now I will say this. Speaking of Keith Richards, we should have said this on, well, it really didn't matter on current events. Keith Richards has come out and said that he, after 74 years, well, he's 74 years old, 75, he's going sober. He's done drinking.
He said that before.
I know. Well, and if he actually does it, he'll be dead probably in about 6 months.
That's right.
Because I think alcohol is the only thing keeping him going.
He's pickled.
Yep. And they're about ready to start their next concert tour next year. You know, the Jared.
It's called Shady Acres. 2018
It's being sponsored by the what's that? The cricket phone or the cell phone with the numbers.
Consumer Cellular. Consumer Cellular, Geritol.
Yep. And
Aspercream.
Depends.
It depends.
Bring you the Rolling Stones. And here they come.
The Bowling.
The Bowling Stones. And here they come with Mick Jagger. Look, he's got his walker with him. And they're wheeling Keith Richards out. Oh, look at that. They're lovely.
No. Keep going like those. Oh, well.
What?
He just killed over. Something help, please. We're having some difficulties.
Somebody
go to commercial.
Somebody bring him back. Oh,
clear.
Oh, but you know what? I will say this. Something's got to be said. The Rolling Stones, they're still going. They're still kicking it. And Mick Jagger, the guy's 70-some years old, and he has a 6-month-old baby that somebody said looks exactly like. They were bragging on the internet.
All babies look exactly like Mick Jagger when they come out.
Poor things. I know. What is it with these parents? They're like, oh, the baby looks so cute. No, it don't.
No.
Babies aren't cute. I'm sorry.
Once you get all the axle grease and the wrinkles kind of,
the head starts kind of going into shape.
So let me yes. Why you put it? So we're already about an hour.
That's all right. Yeah. Well,
we go. So let me just explain a little something about Southern culture. Right.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So if you have a Southern lady,
a Southern belle
comes up to you, and if you have a newborn baby, or if you just see them come up to somebody and they have a newborn baby, and the lady says, "Oh, bless its heart," that means your baby is butt ugly. That is the Southern way of saying, "Holy crap! What the hell is that?" And that also could be used for if maybe you have a child that's, I don't know, it's just jacked up. And you got a job, pregnant at 15, and then I was like, oh, bless her heart. Means
AKA
your kid's effed up.
Yeah.
And you're either that, or if they say, poor thing.
Poor thing.
So my daughter's got into drugs and she's hanging with the wrong crowd, not doing anything. Oh, poor thing. That means I'm glad my family ain't as jacked up as yours.
Well, you know, it's every time the whole baby thing. We love Seinfeld on this show. And I remember that Seinfeld where they went to Long Island. Elaine, you gotta see the baby. You gotta see the baby. And that baby, they're like looking at, Kramer's like, yeah. Yikes. And then the doctor, he's like, Elaine, I find you breathtaking. Oh, Dr. Pfeffer, will you look at the baby? I find the baby breathtaking. And Elaine was like, what does that mean? But I'm sorry, babies. My mother and I get this conversation. My mom thinks all babies are adorable and cute, and it's like, no, they're not. Maybe like Cuz said, after their heads kind of go back to normal, and they get the little slime off and the little chubby, it just give it a little, but give it some time, and they get cute. But when they're first born, ugh.
They're like little alien monkeys. I know my son came out looking like a little monkey.
You're like, oh, good God, I hope he grows out of that.
I said, oh, I told my wife, oh, it looks like your side of the family. I'm kidding, Miss Jen. So we're at an hour.
Yes, actually,
we actually have 2 more things to go over, but
yeah, I don't think we have the time.
What the hell did we run so long on?
The current events, I think. We ran on about we ran about fonts, and we talked about Bernie for a little while, and we got sidetracked with Bernie. Well, then we talked about the whole climate change crapola. Look, I'm gonna say it. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. I have no problem watching what I drive and all that other crap, but you go over and get those people that are putting plastic bottles and shit in the ocean, and China, who's making iPhones for Apple. And see, that's another thing I think that's find so funny. All you socialist liberals out there are running around with your iPhones, and you all need to do a little research where your bloody iPhone. Well, Cuz doesn't care. He likes slave labor. I do too. That's why I buy my clothes at Walmart. But these socialist liberals that are supposedly championing the people, walking around with their Apple products that are made by teenage girls in a sweatshop factory over in China. Well, if it wasn't made over there, we couldn't get it for as cheap.
We're giving them a trade. Or else they wouldn't have a job.
But China still is allowed to pollute the air as much as they want.
That's true.
India is allowed to pollute the air. As a matter of fact, Russia is allowed to pollute the air as much as they want.
Mm-hmm.
So until they start reining them in, hey, drive as much as you want.
Cause school's in, sucker.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Reverend.
Okay, I act like I care that I don't, or act like I don't care. I do care, so you'll find like freaking hunters and rednecks are probably some of the biggest conservative conservationists. Thank you. But here's the thing, I believe in doing things better than we did them yesterday and whatever. I agree with that. But when you go nuclear option and you say we got to go from 100 to 0 in 5 seconds. Or in 5 days or whatever, it's bullcrap.
Right.
It's not, and to sit there and say, now they're talking about the polar cap, this and the other. Excuse me. Look at the Earth. It's done in cycles. We're on a warming cycle, but everybody wants to call. Now, what? Now, it was just freaking what? A few days ago, it was freaking 18 degrees, and I walked out the damn house.
Well, they say it's a part of it.
So everything's a part.
I know.
It's either it's too cold. Oh, let's put it this way. That's climate change. It's too warm. That's climate change. It's too moderate. That's climate change. Shut the up.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I think Mother Nature is God, and Mother Nature will take care of themselves. They correct the situation. Quit building houses by water. Okay, stop. The water's rising. It'll ebb again in about another 500 years.
So why do you think like all those countries that have like really bad, what they call them?
Yes.
Emissions and stuff. Why are they the ones that get taken over by tsunamis?
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible. But you never.
I'm just saying.
You never know what. That's a good thought. Why is there a lot of those terrible storms over there? I don't know. Oh, we have them here too, but not as bad as over there. When they have a tsunami over there, it wipes out. I'm
personally thinking that there's certain atmospheric situations that happen over in that side because you do have India, China, all right there, and I just think that's where. Unfortunately, the people are getting jacked instead of these asswipes like the governments.
Right.
So don't get in this whole thing like there's all these big corporations. Well, there is. But all these big corporations making these decisions. It's the freaking government over there. Don't fool yourself.
especially China.
Yeah, because believe me, Apple would not be able to operate in China at all without nothing unless the China government was getting a cut. A big, fat, nasty cut.
Getting kickback, baby. Oh, where's that?
Right there. All right? So don't fool yourself on that. Yeah, the companies are obviously making the money, but they wouldn't be able to even wipe their ass if it wasn't for the government over there. The governments.
Wipe their arse. I say arse.
Because everything is a pocket situation.
Correct.
Anyway.
So.
All right. This one seems to be a little bit more soapbox-ish.
Well, that's that's good because we got a lot off our chests. I got a lot of stuff on my chest. We got a lot of stuff off our chest, and it will come back down and be nice and festive for our next show. Next Sunday,
our Christmas show.
Mm-hmm. And that'll be 2 days.
Yeah,
2 days before Christmas.
It'll
be on the 23rd. Yes.
So we're gonna have our Christmas show the 23rd. So the cool thing is, if you have family that's coming in,
don't watch.
Oh, absolutely watch.
You're a glutton for punishment.
As a matter of fact, you could actually stream this if you have the smart TV.
Right in the big.
Stream it on the big TV,
75-inch screen
in the living room, and we will come and give out a message.
Yes, brighten up your
to
Christmas.
Your whole family. Y'all have a nice little dinner on Sunday, and then everybody sit down and watch Cousin Tex,
and then you can throw up your dinner, and then have dessert. But I think we're gonna make it nice. We're gonna talk. We'll talk about our favorite things at the holidays, and talk about a little bit the true meaning of Christmas and
presents.
That too.
Oh.
Presents. It's like Charlie Brown. What's the true meaning of What's the true meaning of Christmas? Getting presents. But we'll talk about like traditions and stuff. It'll be fun.
And the true meaning, because not only for the fact that that's what we believe, but also if there's any liberals listening, it's going to piss them off.
Yes. Any atheist, agnostic wankers.
Yeah. Christmas, Christ, Mass.
Yes.
Not happy holidays, you a-hole.
Yes.
Or whatever.
So, anyway, that's what we look forward to next weekend.
Yes. And eventually, and so I think during our anniversary show, which is going to be after that, we're going to talk about, like I said, we'll have some little snippets of some of the sound of some of our start of the podcast we started.
Highlights. Or lowlights, whatever you want to look at it.
It's you listen to some of our earlier stuff.
It's like you see the evolution of how we've grown over the year.
From monkeys into jackasses.
Yes.
So we'll do that, and then in our anniversary show, we'll also talk about some things that we're going to do for the next year.
Yes. Looking forward to 2019.
Because 2018, like I said before, 2018 was a little rough.
Yeah, it was a little. Well, it was fast, but it was a little off. Let's bring in 2019. I'm waiting for 2020 myself. 2020.
Easy. Let's not push it down the road.
I know,
dude. We're holding on by a thread as it is now.
Hey, you're getting up there in age when you start getting stuff in the mail from the local
AARP.
No, the local cemeteries.
Oh,
hey, have you ever thought about pre-planning?
We got plots available.
It's like I never used to get these when I was like 30. Why am I getting them now? Because you're getting old.
I'm waiting for the senior citizens discount at Denny's.
Yes, and you know what? They're nice. My mom gets them. They're good.
If you look at me now, I bet I could probably.
I bet you could pass. And there's no shame in that game.
Not if it means 15% off my Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
You got that right.
Or my
Isn't that IHOP though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's
my Grand Slam.
Grand Slam. Yep, your Grand
So
Slam.
if you look at the beard, it's coming in nicely. So the funny thing is I've actually started to get a little double takes from some of the small kids when I go somewhere. If I go to like a restaurant, you'll see them. They'll be like,
"Is that Santa or should I run?"
better run.
Oh my! So anyway, yes, I think it's time. I think it's time we end here.
Yes.
We had a
couple things we didn't get to, which
we'll save
figure out.
We'll either save them. We can maybe talk about the one briefly because it's a Christmas related thing. Sort of.
It might be. Yeah, it might. Well,
we can talk about that a little bit
indirectly.
Indirectly. But anyway, I got a football game to watch. I'm holding out last bastion hope for my Eagles. Hey, we won the Super Bowl last year, but boy, they're terrible this year. But anyway, this is Taxi. Thanks to everybody for watching. And if I offended anybody, I really don't care. I mean, I apologize. But thank you for watching this weekend, and we love everybody coming. Please send comments. Get something from the shop, little trinkets and bits. And we'll see you next week for our Christmas show. I can't wait.
I can't wait
either. So.
And this is Reverend Cuz. And don't forget, again, like you said, get something from the shop. Bing.
Shirt.
Bing.
Which is offset, but we got shirts.
I threw the shirt.
Yeah, the shirts are gone.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, it is.
Just to remind. Oh,
I've got the prototype shirt on.
Yes.
But.
So here we go. Now the only difference between this one and the one Tex has is there was Conformity Antidote in green right there. We took that off because we didn't want to. Don't labor the point.
Yeah.
So anyway. And I know Miss Vivian, she bought a mug and a T-shirt. Thank you very much. So everybody get your merchandise, and hopefully for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so we will be signing off again. Check us next week for our it's not holiday,
not Halloween either.
Christmas special. And
yes, we say Christmas on this set.
Chris.
Mm-hmm. Chris Kindelmart. That's the German. Chris Kindelmart. That's the Christmas market, but it's German. So, anyway, Chris Kindle.
All right, so we're off. God bless. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. And like I said, you'll be in contact with family and friends, even if they don't come over. Share the show with them and let them and ask them to tune in.
Yes.
And we will see you next Sunday.
Shuggy.
Lord help me.